punch it in on redial.
Right.
Don't dial anyone else's phone number.
I won't.
Because if you do, it screws up redial.
I understand that.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep us informed.
All right.
All right.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Oh, this is getting more confusing by the minute. Let's go over here. With me, they've cleaned the living room. They didn't vacuum, though. With me now is Jimmy Cruz, Jimmy Spoonman Cruz.
How you doing, Scott?
Good. How about yourself?
Great.
So, did you bring your spoons with you?
I brought my spoons. I also brought a video, if you're interested in seeing the video.
Okay. Do they have it in there?
They have it in the...
In the control room?
Yeah,
Okay.
they have it in the van. One of the two.
Okay. Is it Melissa? She's probably-
Yeah,
Is it a possibility we can roll that later?
sure.
Okay.
No problem.
So I can like build up an intro to that and say, and now here's the video, and you'll have it ready, right?
No problem.
Okay. So those aren't spoons, but anyway.
No.
So anyway, Jimmy Spoon Cruz, how did you get started playing spoons?
Well, when I was 9 years old, I wanted a drum set in the worst possible way, like probably a lot of 9-year-olds wanted a drum set.
Mhm.
My mom and dad had already 2 kids to deal with, so they didn't really want the extra noise. Then I got to thinking, well, my grandfather used to play spoons for me when I was younger.
Mhm.
So I went to the kitchen drawer, pulled out a pair of spoons, and just kept on playing and playing and playing and playing and playing. I thought, wow, this is neat. This is a good substitute to make noise in the house other than drums.
Mhm.
And I still drove them crazy anyways.
And so you've been playing the spoons ever since then?
Yeah, I've been playing spoons now for just about over 15 years.
Okay, where has playing the spoons gotten you?
Playing the spoons, I've been in the Bahamas, I've
Mhm.
been in Copenhagen, and I have the honor of being the first American spoon player to perform in the Soviet Union in the cities of Moscow and Leningrad. I went over there with a variety show group called the New Olympians. Bonnie Hood is the director of that group, and that's how I got involved with these overseas trips.
Okay, same thing with the Bahamas and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that was going to be
Same
my
group.
next question. How does
Mhm.
do they just like pick up the phone and say, hey, we need a guy that plays the spoons? Is Jimmy available?
Yeah, it's a variety show. They have baton twirlers, dancers, P.J. Weber's. He's a magician.
Mhm.
And,
He'll be in a little later, I
Yep,
think.
he'll be in a little later. And then I was part of the show too, so it's kind of like a variety show, an hour-long variety show.
I see. Now, when did you go over to the Soviet Union?
I was over there in 1986.
And how long were you over there for?
So you're 3 days in Moscow and 3 days in Leningrad.
What was the reception from the?
It was
the
great.
Soviet-
The Soviet people were just fantastic. The hospitality was just excellent. I enjoyed it over in Russia more than I enjoyed it in Copenhagen.
Mhm.
The people were much more friendlier in Russia. They would just go out of the way if you needed any help. They were real responsive to our show, and they really enjoyed the spoons because their folk musicians play spoons, and they played a folk music.
Mhm.
And when they saw an American come out and played a rock and roll, you know, they kind of knew what was going on. They knew the concept of spoon playing, so I received a real receptive response.
Okay. Now, do you find that did they try to pick up playing the spoons when you were there, or
No, not really. I was interviewed, like a lot of us were, by the Soviet press, and they wanted to know, basic questions like how did you get started and how long have you been doing it, stuff like that.
I see. So you must have had a translator with you.
A lot of the people that we talked to were able to speak
Were they?
American.
I see.
Mhm.
I see. So how about in the Bahamas? How was the? Did the whole program go down to the Bahamas also?
Yeah, the whole show.
Okay.
Yeah, we performed in Nassau, and it was a lot of fun.
Was this all one tour, or was it?
It
couple
was
different tours?
it was like once a year they go overseas.
Oh, so this is like 3 different years.
Right, 3
Okay,
different
I see,
years.
I
And
see.
this year they're going to be going over to China.
Are you going with them?
No, I'm not.
Oh, Jimmy, sorry, you just can't go. So how did they decide where they're going?
I don't know. It's something that Bonnie's in charge of, and she takes control of that.
Oh,
and
that's
decides
a
each year.
local.
Yeah, it's based.
organization.
Yeah, it's based here in Grand Rapids. It's under the Bonnie Bluebells,
I
the
see.
baton twirlers. And the New Olympians is like a step into a higher category of performance, and performing abilities.
Now this video we were talking about,
Mhm.
you did with Corrine Hughes.
I did it with Corinne Hughes.
And how did the idea for the video come about?
Well, let's see. Corinne saw me perform at Saints Alive for St. Mary's. It was a fundraiser, and she approached me and she thought about the idea of putting together a music video. And I said, well, that's great, because that's something that I need for myself as a promotional piece. And she wanted to create a video for herself, you know, enter in different competition. And then we just brainstormed and sat together and jotted down ideas and collaborated ideas and finally put it all together. And we have a lot of raw footage, that's for sure, that Corrine had to edit. She did an excellent job editing.
How long did the shooting the video actually take?
I'd say a total of, see, we were shot about 8 hours outside and about 8 hours in the studio. So it was about 16 hours of raw footage,
many,
somewhere close to that, maybe
many
30
months
hours.
of editing for Corrine.
Yes, many months of editing.
What do you use the tape for?
Well, when someone wants to know what spoon playing's about, what do you do with spoons, and that's something I can mail the video.
I see.
And I've also mailed the video to like Johnny Carson and David Letterman, keeping my fingers crossed.
Have you heard back any either positive or negative?
I got one positive response from the people at the Smothers Brothers. It was a lady, she called me, she said she enjoyed the video. I represented myself really well, the video was put together really well. We already have all our talent booked. She wanted to know if she could give it to an agent in Hollywood. And I said, great. So I might be working with this agent out of Hollywood.
I see. I should have told Bob Hope about you.
Yeah, you should have. I did send him a video too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have told him a spoon video was coming out there.
I should have. Yeah. Why should I ask him? Hey, Bob, did you see that spoon video? That, you know. But so, have you had any jobs come from the video since you've?
Yeah, just several private.
Local.
Yeah, private parties, local.
What type of people call up and have you come play the spoons? I mean, what are the situations that?
Usually it's for either a corporate party, like a Christmas party, or a company picnic, or some kind of private, like a little convention, or they're having a dinner, their company's having a dinner, and they're having a little dinner party, and they'd like some entertainment. That's generally most of the calls. I also do what's called a birthday spoonogram, which is called getting spooned on your birthday. Not a lot of people can say they've been spooned on their birthday before.
That's true.
So I also do that. And that lasts about 5 minutes. I play to the Beatles, You Say It's Your Birthday. And I dance around the individual and play spoons in their arms, on their legs, and on their head. I'll even spoon on you, Scott, if you...
No, that's okay. We don't have to. I don't have to be spooned. One record is just enough this weekend. When you go someplace to play the spoons, what's your act involved? Involve.
Well, I played a variety of different kinds of music. I played rock music. I played bluegrass to jazz and some country. And I try to show people, the kinds of music that spoons can fit to, and show them a variety of different things. And I combine that with dance, and that's basically what my show.
So you play a little bit of everything with each program.
Yeah.
I see.
And then I have, in every one of my shows, I always go out into the audience and play on the audience. And
okay. How long is this video?
it's about 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
So if we rolled that, I could like run down the hall real quickly and make it back before the end of the video. Let's go ahead. Why don't you quickly give us a brief summary of what we're going to see in the video here?
Okay, the video was shot all throughout the Grand Rapids area. You'll notice a lot of spots in Grand Rapids. It's a music video. It's to Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels. It's the Devil with the Blue Dress On. And that's about it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that video. You can watch it right over there.
Spoons. My obsession with them began at an early age. I think it all started the day Mom let me handle my own spoon. The peas never did make it to my mouth, and I like that. At a time when most boys were asking for baseball gloves, I was content with kitchen utensils. I'd sit out on the front steps and practice. There wasn't a single pitching arm that got a better workout than mine did. I knew Mom and Dad were worried about me, but how were they to know where it would one day lead? But I knew. I dreamed.
Here she comes, wearing a wig hat and changed her mat. Got her high heel shoes and an alligator hat. Wearing her pearls and a diamond ring. Got breakfast on her finger and everything. Devil with a blue dress on. She's the devil with a blue dress on. Lord have mercy, devil with a blue dress on.
Bob Hope from Hollywood.
Hey, wearing a perfume, Chanel #5. Got to be the finest girl alive. She walks real cool, catches everybody's eye. I got to be nervous, I can't say hi. Not too skinny, she's not too fat. She's a real singer and I like her like that. Devil with a blue dress on. She's the devil with a blue dress on. Hey, I say now, devil with a blue dress on. Yeah, the devil with a blue dress on.
Ignoring us. Okay, we're back. The video gave everybody a pretty good example of what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Where were some of the places that the video was shot? I mean, we've seen some of the fairs and et cetera, et cetera. Where were those?
Let's see, we did a lot of shooting by the Grand Rapids by the Ford Museum downtown. We went to John Ball Park for a while, and we did some shooting of some of the various festivals that take place down at the Monroe Mall amphitheater during the summer. That's where those crowd shots were taken.
I see. Can you show us a little bit of what's involved in playing the spoons and how you even start playing the spoons?
These are two ordinary household tablespoons, and the only difference is they have a little bit of tape wrapped around the
handles.
The handles there.
Now, is that what you normally play with?
Yep,
Just
this
the
is
regular?
what I play with.
Okay.
You can see on the metal is
I
wore
see.
down.
Well wore, yeah. Yeah.
I'll just give you a little bit of an idea. The easiest way to play is just stick your pointer finger in here, so there's a space. Then you
I
hit.
see.
I don't know if the mics are picking this up or
Yeah,
not.
I think they probably are.
That's basically it. And then when you combine it with,
Music.
some music, and you
How long did
dance.
it take you to figure out how to play the spoons? I mean, did you just pick them up right away and figure out, put your finger in the middle and...
Yeah, it did happen really quick. At the time when I started to play, I didn't think I'd be going all the places where I have been, and so it was just kind of a casual thing, a way to make rhythm. And I just kept on doing it because it was fun. I had no idea that I would ever be making money playing spoons.
How about the forks? Can you do something with those, or?
Sure. These are two ordinary household
Okay.
forks.
Once again, with the taped. Do you ever find that there's time when like all the dishes are dirty and you have to like use those for supper?
No, never. There's a time though. Just recently, I had to buy my mom a whole new silverware set because all the spoons
are gone.
Were gone. And she was getting pretty
Yeah, nothing
upset.
but these butter knives.
No, I do use butter knives too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
I didn't bring them here though. Okay, with the forks, it's basically the same thing.
A little bit different sound.
Yeah, a little bit of a ting.
So does Jimmy Cruz make his living playing spoons?
Jimmy Cruz is trying to make his living playing spoons. It's getting better and better. I have a booking agency called Star Connection, and my partner is PJ Weber, the magician, who will be coming up here later. And we've been in business now for just about over a year, and it's definitely getting better. It's definitely the opportunities, the more exposure that I get, the more publicity, and it's getting better.
How many different gigs, if to use the term that I don't know if that's what you want to use or not, but how many different gigs do you do on an average in an average month?
Oh, December is the biggest month for entertainment. So
With
December
Christmas
can
parties,
be really,
et cetera,
yeah,
et
Christmas parties. I'm probably averaging right now about maybe twice a week, doing a show twice a week on the average, and it's getting better.
Normally on
People-
weekends.
Yeah. And people like to have a variety of different kinds of entertainment, and this is something that's never been offered before. And some people are willing to take the risk at paying a spoon player to entertain them, and it's worked out well.
Has there been any famous spoon players? I mean, I have seen people play the spoons, but their names are not anything that I've remembered.
I don't think there has been. So I plan on being the first,
The first.
the first famous.
Okay.